Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to revise Unit 3 of Indian Penal Code of KSLU syllabus. The topic for discussion today is differences between force, criminal force and assault. Now it's included in your Unit 3. Whatever topics are there in Unit 3, all those are from chapter 16 of the Indian Penal Code. So does not matter what question they are asking, you can always give a basic introduction explaining that this particular topic is from Unit 3, is from chapter 16 of the Indian Penal Code, and you can accordingly proceed with explaining the topic or whatever the question is. So now we will see what is force. We usually also understand, right, what force is. Take, for example, I want to open the cap of this one. How I will open it? I will apply some force and open it, right? So that's what force is for IPC as well. Force is defined under section 349 of the Indian Penal Code. What is force? Causing to a person or a substance. You may use force against a person as well, right? If you are trying to enter this room, I may apply some force, some amount of force, and try to restrict you. That also would be force, or it may be applied to a substance. Take, for example, I want to open this cap, I'm applying some force and then I'm opening it, right? So it may be applied to a substance or to a person. But why do we apply that force? In order to cause motion, change of motion, cessation of motion, right? You wanted to enter my room, I restricted you by applying some amount of force. That also would amount to force. It may be something that causes motion or something that changes motion, right? Like that, if you are, maybe you are playing with a ball and I'm just stopping the ball, all right? The ball was like moving, I stopped. That also is force, right? I applied some amount of force and stopped the ball. So it can be applied with regard to person as well as substance, right? Basically to do three different things: causes motion, change of motion, and cessation of motion. So it's defined under section 349 of the Indian Penal Code. Now, with regard to force, there are two different crimes which we have. So section 349 is basically like an explanation, right? It explains what is force. Then we have two different types of crimes. First is criminal force and second one is assault. Now, if I'm applying some force to open this cap, that's not criminal, right? Because I'm not doing anything which is illegal, right? If it belongs to me and I'm trying to open it and use it, it's not criminal force that I'm applying, right? Then what is criminal force? It is defined under section 350 of IPC, and what is assault is defined under section 351. If you look at this particular diagram or this particular table, it will be very clear what are the differences between these two different types of crimes, as well as what constitutes a criminal force and what constitutes an assault. What is criminal force? Whoever intentionally uses force without other person's consent, right? I am using force against you without your consent, all right? For committing a crime, causes injury, causes fear, or cause annoyance is said to use criminal force. I have applied some amount of criminal force. As a result of that, maybe I have committed some act, I caused some injury, or I caused fear or annoyance. All right, all of those four different things would be considered as criminal force. If it is done by me intentionally, all right, and you have not consented for it. If you go to a dentist and you want to remove a tooth, all right, dentist would also apply some amount of force to remove your tooth, but that will not be criminal force. Why? Simply because you have given your consent, right? You went to the dentist and it's a part of your treatment. Does not matter how much of injury or pain you have suffered, right? If unless and until doctor is negligent in performing his job, he is not guilty of anything, right? You cannot make him criminally liable for criminal force or something like that. So that is basically criminal force, where you are applying criminal force on another with without that person's consent, and you are doing these four things, either you are committing a crime, you are causing injury, you are causing fear or annoyance in that person's mind, right? So all those four things would come under criminal force. Now we can see one example also. If one person intentionally pulls up women's veil, all right? So woman has covered her face with a veil. If someone goes and intentionally pulls up her veil without her consent, right? As a result, what happens is A intentionally uses force to her, and if he does so without her consent, intending or knowing it to be likely that he may thereby injure, frighten, or annoy her, right? She may be annoyed, or she may be frightened that what happened, who suddenly came, or something like that, right? Or it may be some sort of injury also that might be there, right? It may be like disrespecting her religious feelings or something like that, right? In all those cases, it would be considered as committing the crime of criminal force. All right. Why? Because you have removed her veil without her consent. And how were you able to do that? You were able to do that by applying some amount of force, which is not justified. As a result, it's criminal force. So criminal force is defined under section 350, and all these will constitute criminal force. And this is the example which we have. Now we will quickly see what is assault. Assault is defined under section 351 of the Indian Penal Code. Again, whoever intentionally or knowingly makes any gesture or any preparation, all right? That means I'm not applying the force, but I'm doing the preparation, or maybe I'm just making that gesture, right? That, okay, I'm just about to, like pull up your veil, or maybe I'm just about to slap you, I'm just about to cause you harm. All those about to gestures could be included under assault, where I have not used the force, but it's like preparation is there, right? Maybe I have lifted this one and I'm just making a gesture, I just hit you with this, all right? That is assault. So what happens here is it will cause apprehension that he is going to use criminal force, is said to commit assault. That means if I pick up a certain thing, all right, if I pick this up and I just pretend like I'll just hit you with this, that means I am yet to hit you, but it will be included as if, it would be considered as if I have committed this crime of assault. Why? Because you will have an apprehension that I'm just about to cause you harm, right? So that apprehension will be there. Why? Because I have done the preparation, right? I lifted that up and I just made that gesture. So that will be considered as assault, where you have in reality not applied the force, but there is preparation or there is the gesture that you make. An example of assault will be one person takes up a stick, saying the other one that I will give you a beating. All right. In that case, what happens? It will be considered as an assault. Here, though the words used by A could in no case amount to assault. If I am simply sitting and I just told you someday, no, I'll hit you, that is not assault. Why? Because it is not accompanied with the gesture, right? So it should create some kind of an apprehension that I'm just about to cause you the harm, or I'm just about to use criminal force, right? That about to thing should be there. If I'm just aram se sitting at my home, relaxing, and I'm just saying, okay, fine, someday, no, I'll kill you, that is not assault, right? But if I'm like, okay, I'm just coming and giving you a tight slap, that will be assault, right? When you apprehend that maybe next moment I'll just use criminal force. All right, so that's the basic difference. In criminal force, you are actually applying the force. In assault, you are about to use it, right? Maybe you are making the gesture that I'll slap you. That is what, that's a gesture, right? Other person may feel, oh, okay, fine, she may slap me right now itself, right? That's assault. I think these examples we can all relate to it, just some normal day-to-day life examples. Now, there are two different sections that you can remember with regard to punishment. So what happens is this particular section, right, 350 and 351, it just mentions the type of crime. All right, punishment is not provided in that section. but punishments are given in different sections. First is section 352 that talks about punishment for assault or criminal force otherwise than on grave provocation. If you have provoked me, then in that case I have a justification. But if without provocation I have used criminal force or I have committed the offense of assault, in that case what will be the punishment? Maximum of 3 months of imprisonment or up to 1,000 rupees fine or with both. All right, here it is or, not and. So anyone can be given any amount of fine less than 1,000, 1,000 or less than 1,000, any duration of imprisonment, 3 years, 3 months or less than 3 months, right? You can try to remember this provision as well. Now there is one more provision, that is section 353. What is that? Assault or criminal force to deter public servant from discharging his duties. All right, maybe a police officer has come for some investigation or to arrest a person, and by using criminal force or by using assault, I have restricted him from performing his duties. Right? Some income tax officer has come for a raid, and I'm restricting that person by using criminal force or assault. In such cases, it is considered as a more aggravated form of criminal force or assault, so punishment will also increase up to 2 years of imprisonment or with fine or with both. All right, here fine is also not mentioned. It can go up to any amount that court feels necessary for that particular case, right? So you can remember these two things. Punishments are same both for assault and criminal force, just that it will differ based on whether it is used against a normal person or some public servant to restrict him from performing his duties. All right. It may be like your neighbor is a police officer and you have used criminal force or assault for some other non-official matters. In that case, the person will not be a public servant, right? When he is performing his duties as a police officer and you are trying to restrict him, only in those cases he will be considered as a public servant, and accordingly this punishment will be applicable, right? Higher punishment up to 2 years of imprisonment, any amount of fine that court feels necessary, or with both. So basically you need to remember this particular chart. I'll share this document with you. You can go through this, you can try to remember, and that should be enough for you to be able to answer this question. Now to make it more clear, we will see this example of, right? What is force basically? You can apply force, right? This picture clearly identifies what is force. What is criminal force? When without a valid justification you are applying force on someone, right? You are maybe killing someone, beating someone. What is assault? You are saying that I will give you a tight slap someday, all right, with a gesture, that you are not like jokingly saying, oh, okay, fine, someday, no, I'll slap you. That's not assault, right? Along with gesture, when it creates an apprehension in mind of the other person, that will be considered as assault. So these are the provisions that you have in your BERET. You can go through this provision. They have given illustrations also, right? There are a lot many illustrations for criminal force also, assault also. So you can go through the provision from BERET and also refer this document, and this provision will be very clear, right? Just remember, whatever question it is, start with an intro mentioning it. This provision is from chapter 16 of the Indian Penal Code. Explain the topic section, and then it will be completed. All right, and then you can give one conclusion explaining the different types of illustrations or something like that, so that it becomes complete. So these are basically, we have 4 different sections here. 2 are mentioning 2 different types of crimes, and there is one more provision that explains what is force, and then again 2 different provisions with regard to punishment. Okay, so that's all for this particular topic. Thank you.